Webinar objective: teach you how to recognize external influences, whether from relationships, family, or technology, and understand how these can impact your sense of self and happiness. Dr. Marilyn Carroll designed this webinar. This recording was made for all those who could not join the live session but are interested in the topic. Today's webinar content structure. 1. Introduction 10-15 minutes. Welcome and overview by Dr. Carroll. Agenda outline provided an overview of what will be covered. Icebreaker activity, an interactive activity or poll to engage participants from the start. 2. Understanding personal power, 20-25 minutes. Definition of personal power. Discuss what personal power means and its importance in everyday life. Common challenges. Address everyday situations where people often lose power, such as in relationships or technology. Real-life examples. Share anonymized stories or case studies that participants can relate to. 3. Recognizing external influences, 15-20 minutes. Identifying influence. Teach how to recognize external influences in personal relationships and technology. Impact assessment. Discuss the impact of these influences on self-esteem and decision-making. 4. Strategies to reclaim power, 30-35 minutes. Setting boundaries. Techniques for setting healthy boundaries in relationships and with technology. Self-empowerment techniques. Share strategies for building self-confidence and self-reliance. Actionable steps. Provide practical steps attendees can take immediately to start reclaiming their power. 5. Interactive session 20-25 minutes. Q&A segment. Allow attendees to ask questions and share their thoughts. Group discussion. Facilitate a discussion where participants can share experiences or insights. 6. Tools and resources, 10-15 minutes. Resource sharing. Provide a list of helpful resources, such as books, websites, and apps. Action plan template. Offer a template or guide for creating a personal action plan to reclaim power. 7. Conclusion and follow-up, 5-10 minutes. Summary of key points. Recap the main takeaways from the webinar. Follow-up plans. Inform about follow-up sessions, support groups, or communities. Feedback request. Participants provided feedback. 8. Optional post-webinar networking, 15-20 minutes. Networking session. Attendees provided with an opportunity to connect and network with each other, fostering a community of support. It's time to empower you with self-recognition skills. Objective: teach you how to recognize external influences, whether from relationships, family, or technology, and understand how these can impact your sense of self and happiness. Promote self-determination and autonomy. By encouraging participants to assert their values and choices, emphasizing the importance of making decisions based on their beliefs and desires rather than external pressures. Provide tools for reclaiming personal power. By offering practical strategies and tools for attendees to reclaim control over their lives, focusing on building self-esteem, setting boundaries, and developing healthy relationship dynamics. Create awareness about technology's influence on personal power. By highlighting how over-reliance on gadgets and social media can lead to losing personal power, and provide strategies for more balanced and intentional use of technology. Facilitate a supportive community. By building a sense of community among participants, encouraging them to share experiences and support each other in their journey to regain personal power. Encourage ongoing personal development. Inspire attendees to continue their growth beyond the webinar, possibly through additional resources, follow-up sessions, or a support network. Measure impact and engagement. By collecting feedback through surveys or polls to assess the webinar's impact on participants and identify areas for improvement in future sessions. We had an engaging discussion today. We discussed the following. 1. What is personal power? It's the ability to influence the direction and quality of your life. This concept intertwines with self-confidence, self-esteem, and decisiveness. Personal power is about making choices that resonate with your true self. It's the driving force that enables you to stand firm, speak your mind, and take actions that reflect your values and beliefs. Importance of personal power. Why is personal power so important? Imagine being at the helm of your life's ship, steering it through the vast ocean of experiences. Personal power gives you control over how you respond to life's events and people. It's not about controlling everything around you. It's about not being a passive participant in your life. With personal power, you respond proactively, rather than reactively, to challenges and opportunities. Personal power, as the sense of control and influence an individual feels over their life and environment. It's a form of self-empowerment stemming from self-confidence, self-awareness, and the ability to set and achieve goals. This internal power relies on one's skills, abilities, and emotional intelligence rather than external authority or position. It involves the capacity to influence others through personal attributes and actions rather than formal authority. Personal power is often associated with positive traits like resilience, assertiveness, and the ability to navigate challenges effectively. 2. Emotional power plays a significant role here. It's not just about feeling good, it's about channeling your emotions to drive you forward. With emotional power, you're more likely to chase after your goals, nurture healthier relationships, and achieve a sense of fulfillment. It's about harnessing your emotions to work for you, not against you. 3. Now, I want you to take a moment to reflect. Think of a time when you felt truly empowered. What were you doing? Were you making a tough decision, standing up for yourself, or pursuing a dream? How did it make you feel? Did you feel a surge of confidence, a sense of peace, or an overwhelming joy? Understanding these moments of personal power can help us learn how to cultivate them more daily. Take a minute to ponder this, and if you're comfortable, jot down your thoughts. Remember, recognizing your moments of personal power as the first step in harnessing them to shape your life authentically. And as we conclude this segment, I want to emphasize the importance of knowing how personal power can be compromised. It's often in the subtle everyday interactions and decisions that we might unknowingly give away our ability. This could be in the form of agreeing with something you don't believe in, avoiding conflict, or perhaps not speaking up for yourself in a relationship or at work. Our power can slowly erode in these small moments, almost without our notice. Now I encourage each of you to take a moment and think about areas in your own lives where you might be unknowingly giving away your power. It could be in your relationships, your work environment, or even your relationship with yourself. Are there moments where you compromise your values, silence your voice, or let others' opinions override your own? Recognizing these instances is the first step in reclaiming your power. Remember, personal power is not about controlling others or every situation. It's about having control over your reactions and decisions. It's about staying true to yourself and your values, even when challenging. As you reflect on your life, consider small changes you can make to ensure that your actions and decisions align with your true self. This is how you reclaim and protect your power. Now, let's discuss how we can recognize how we are losing our power in relationships, in society, and in technology. First, let's explore how our relationships impact our power. Both romantic and platonic relationships have the potential to either elevate or diminish our sense of power. In a healthy relationship, there's mutual respect for individuality, and both parties contribute to each other's growth. However, relationships can sometimes lead us to compromise our values or silence our voices to maintain harmony or please others. It's crucial to be aware of these dynamics and strive for relationships that empower us rather than diminish our sense of self. Societal pressures. Society plays a big role in shaping our perception of power. Societal norms and expectations often push us towards conformity, sometimes at the cost of our authenticity. This pressure can come from cultural expectations, gender roles, or societal standards of success and behavior. It's important to recognize when we're altering our true selves to fit into these molds and question whether these changes align with our values and sense of power. Technology's double-edged sword. Technology, particularly social media, is a double-edged sword regarding personal power. On one hand, it connects us with others and provides platforms for self-expression. Conversely, it can become a source of constant comparison, impacting our self-esteem and sense of worth. When we base our self-image on the curated images and lives of others, we shift our locus of control externally, allowing external opinions and standards to define our worth. It's vital to use technology mindfully and maintain an internal locus of control. Real-life examples. Consider this scenario. A person changes their appearance or interests to fit into a group, losing a bit of themselves. Or think about someone who constantly compares their life to the seemingly perfect lives on social media, feeling inadequate despite their achievements. These examples highlight how relationships, societal pressures, and technology can subtly erode our power. It's important to recognize these influences and consciously work to maintain our authentic self. As we conclude this segment, I want to emphasize the importance of knowing how personal power can be compromised. It's often in the subtle everyday interactions and decisions that we might unknowingly give away our ability. This could be in the form of agreeing with something you don't believe in, avoiding conflict, or perhaps not speaking up for yourself in a relationship or at work. Our power can slowly erode in these small moments, almost without our notice. Now I encourage each of you to take a moment and think about areas in your own lives where you might be unknowingly giving away your power. It could be in your relationships, your work environment, or even your relationship with yourself. Are there moments where you compromise your values, silence your voice, or let others' opinions override your own? Recognizing these instances is the first step in reclaiming your power. Remember, personal power is not about controlling others or every situation. It's about having control over your reactions and decisions. It's about staying true to yourself and your values, even when challenging. As you reflect on your life, consider small changes you can make to ensure that your actions and decisions align with your true self. This is how you reclaim and protect your power. Take a few minutes after this session to jot down some thoughts or areas you've identified. Awareness is the key to change. By being mindful of where and how you might be giving away your power, you can start taking steps to assert it positively and healthily. Remember, your power is a precious resource. Guard it wisely and use it to create your life authentically and uniquely. Let's delve into how external factors, specifically relationships, influence our power. Relationships, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners, are crucial in shaping our self-perception. They act like mirrors, reflecting on us what we project and what others perceive. These reflections can reinforce a positive self-view or lead to self-doubt and self-identity loss. Think about it. When someone close to you expresses belief in your abilities, it boosts your confidence. Conversely, constant criticism or dismissal from someone important can erode your self-worth. We aim to understand these dynamics and learn how to navigate them effectively. Examples of influential relationships. Let's consider a few scenarios to illustrate this point. Imagine a partner who constantly questions your decisions. Over time, this might make you doubt your judgment, affecting your power. Conversely, a friend who always supports your ambitions can strengthen your self-confidence and sense of empowerment. Another example is a family member who always tries to fix your problems. While well-intentioned, this can convey that you cannot handle your affairs, diminishing your sense of autonomy and self-reliance. It's important to recognize these dynamics in our own lives. Are there relationships that make you feel empowered? Are there others that leave you feeling drained or doubtful? Balancing relationships and self-identity. How do we balance these relationships while maintaining our power and identity? The key lies in communication, boundary setting, and nurturing our self-esteem independently of others' views. Effective communication helps in expressing your needs and understanding others' perspectives. Setting boundaries is crucial. It's about knowing where you end and another person begins. These boundaries help in safeguarding your power and sense of self. Lastly, cultivating self-esteem independent of external validation is vital. Your worth shouldn't be contingent on others' approval or disapproval. Engage in activities that reinforce your sense of self-worth, focus on personal growth, and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Remember, while relationships are integral to our lives, they should not define your entire sense of self or personal power. Strive for a balance where your relationships enhance rather than diminish your true self. Setting boundaries in relationships. Let's first talk about setting boundaries in personal relationships. This is about understanding and communicating your limits. It involves learning to say no when something doesn't feel right or conflicts with your values. It's about recognizing your emotional and physical limits and communicating them clearly and respectfully to those around you. Establishing boundaries in relationships can be challenging, especially if you need to get used to asserting yourself. But it's crucial for maintaining personal power. When you communicate your needs and limits, you respect yourself and teach others to respect you. This might include limiting your willingness to help others, deciding what behavior you won't tolerate, or how much of your personal life you share. Remember, setting boundaries is not about being aggressive, it's about being assertive and clear. It's perfectly okay to prioritize your well-being and to ask for what you need in relationships. Managing digital boundaries. Now, let's shift our focus to digital boundaries. In our increasingly connected world, setting limits in digital spaces is essential. This could mean limiting your time on social media, being mindful of what and with whom you share information online, and ensuring that digital interactions don't overshadow real-life experiences. Managing digital boundaries also means recognizing when online content affects your mood or self-perception and taking steps to mitigate this impact. For example, unfollowing or muting accounts that trigger negative emotions, comparisons, or designating technology-free times during your day. Setting digital boundaries helps you maintain a healthy balance between the online and natural worlds. It allows you to use technology as a tool for empowerment rather than letting it control your life and emotions. Let's discuss the impact of social media and technology on personal power. Social media and self-image. While connecting us in unprecedented ways, social media platforms also present a skewed reality. We're bombarded with highlight reels and curated content, often leading us to make unrealistic comparisons. It's easy to forget that these posts are just a fraction of someone's life, not the whole story. This constant comparison can significantly impact our self-esteem. When we measure our lives against these idealized snapshots, it's easy to feel like we're not good enough, successful enough, or happy enough. This comparison game is dangerous, as it can erode our self-image and diminish our sense of reality and personal power. Next, our overdependence on technology. Another aspect of technology impacting our power is our growing over-reliance on digital validation. Likes, comments, and followers have become a new currency of worth. But here's the catch: it's fragile when our sense of wealth and power is tied to external validation, especially from digital platforms. This overdependence on digital validation can make us feel powerless in our own lives. Our mood and self-esteem can fluctuate based on the number of likes or comments we receive. It's essential to recognize this pattern and understand that real power and worth come from within, not from digital applause. Creating a healthy digital environment. How can we use technology to enhance rather than diminish our power? The key lies in mindful consumption and use. Be selective about what you consume on social media. Follow accounts that inspire and uplift you rather than those that fuel comparison and self-doubt. Consider periodic digital detoxes. Taking breaks from social media can help recalibrate your relationship with technology and reinforce your internal locus of control. Use technology as a tool for personal growth. There are countless resources online for learning, self-improvement, and connecting with supportive communities. Remember, technology and social media are tools. It's up to us to use them to empower us rather than diminish us. By creating a healthy digital environment, we take back our power and use these tools to enhance our lives, not detract from them. Introducing support communities. In addition to these sessions, I want to introduce you to the support communities available. We have an active online forum and social media groups where you can connect with others who have attended this and previous webinars. These platforms are great spaces for ongoing discussions, sharing experiences, and offering support as you apply the strategies daily. We also organize local meetups and group discussions for those interested in in-person interactions. These gatherings can be a powerful way to connect with like-minded individuals in your area and support each other in your journeys of personal growth and empowerment. Encouraging continuous engagement. Finally, I want to stress the importance of staying engaged with these communities and resources. Continuous engagement is critical to fostering ongoing growth and support. These platforms are not just for sharing successes, but also for discussing challenges and seeking advice. Remember, growth is a continuous process, and having a supportive community around you can make all the difference. Thank you once again for your participation today. I look forward to seeing you in our follow-up sessions and interacting with you in our community groups. Keep up the momentum, stay connected, and continue your journey of empowerment with confidence and support. Today's session was a reminder of how powerful it is when we come together to learn and grow. Thank you to each of you for contributing to such a meaningful conversation. Your journey towards empowerment is just beginning, and we're excited to be a part of it. Thanks again for joining us today. Get in touch with us today, our email address, info@cultureibe.com, or check out our website at cultureibe.com. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for additional personal and professional content.